Hello, it's Lee. I want to give another quick talk today, and this one is going to be about the power of words. First of all, don't mind my attire. It is very hot, and it's going to be up to 45 degrees Celsius with the humidity tomorrow. So, if anyone thinks, especially for you Americans, if you think that Canada is cold and we live in igloos, come on up and see for yourself. It's not the case. It's very hot. But anyways, see, there's my humor for you. Now, the power of words, that's what the talk is about, and the validity of it is as such. Basically, any word we say, any sentence or any sharing of information or feelings we have, create in and of themselves positivity, negativity, or something perhaps neutral. So you can have positivity within humor, within an uplifting word, within a promotion of happiness. You can have negativity in that which wishes to downtrodden upon you, or shrink you or make you small, make you unhappy. And neutrality would be that which doesn't really promote either or either. So I was thinking about the ancient wisdom of the druids, who very much understood the power of words. Now, a lot of in the Western concept for the Europeans of the West, you could think of Merlin, the magician, etc. Well, magic and magi, magician, these terms come from earlier sources, but commonly understood now for the Western world, like wizards and magicians. You think of the power of words that, sort of like mind over matter, or the power of a spell or an incantation to thus achieve something, to thus manipulate perhaps something. Now, there very much is the understanding, and in today's modern terms we have unfortunately reduced the power of words, and so much to the fact that we don't even think about it. Although the power of words never ceased, never stopped having a great effect. Now, I like to consider myself someone that is trying to promote, for all my faults and for all my whatever, but I'm trying to promote the notion of peace and holiness and happiness in other people, and certainly in myself. Because how can I be someone that's useful to anyone else if I myself am a wreck? So I am trying to purge myself, and I'm trying to maybe assist others in this war, this spiritual war, this consciousness battle that's going on, that has always been going on since time immemorial. Now, to speak of white magic, to speak of that which is uplifting, nurturing, healthy, holy, attaining to happiness, creativity of the right sort and the right variety, this is something that only can be achieved when there is an internal happiness and peace and a desire for great good, to serve the good. You'll notice that there is a similarity between the word God and good. They are one and the same. Now, simple examples will be that there are many, for a bad term perhaps to be used, but there are many magicians in the world, and you are also one. Why I say that is because you and I are, and anyone, your neighbors, your countrymen, etc., we are all capable of speaking of positivity, of negativity, and of course neutral. So even just saying hello to your neighbor, which is a greeting and which is a desire for a peaceful a peaceful meeting and a peaceful encounter, is promoting peace. And when we have a bad vibration, and when we're emotionally distraught or challenged, we may become negative unto ourselves, and then we disperse that onto others. So in any situation, in any environment, whether you're at work, you're at school, you're in your household with your family, you're with your lover, you're with your kids, or whatever it may be, each and every single thing that you and I say is, in this sense, magic, because we are promoting positivity, negativity, or neutrality. Now, you can think of the negative effects. I'll go with the bad first. We'll start with the bad news, and then we'll go to the good news. We'll go up the ladder, so to speak. When someone is looking to gain something from others, when someone is looking to manipulate for self-gain, or they want to acquire a power, and they don't mind harming others to do so, this is a major mode of ignorance and a darkened state of consciousness. Anyone that looks to use and abuse someone else is in a darkened state of consciousness, because higher awareness is about good, is about God, is about peace. Higher awareness is about being mature as opposed to immature, right? So, people that look to seek gain will tell you by, commercials, for example, I'm thinking of just that you better buy this to be happy, or you better believe in this God to be safe and to be happy, and if you don't, you're doomed. You better try this with yourself, or you're going to be exhausted. Anything like this. You think of any kind, just to put in a basic, simple example, any kind of advertisement, to advert you, advertisement. And this is so someone else can gain capital. This is so someone else can take something from you and empower self. This is, to use the word vampirical, like a vampire that sucks something from somebody else for gain, because they are empty inside. They have no power. And true power is a constancy. True power is internal, and true power doesn't need to take anything from anyone. If your soul is content, you are in power. That is the only way. Now, yes, your body needs to have food to live and things like this, although some people even went higher than that and just have water and light. Some people just have light to live. And that's talking about the body, and that's an interesting topic all by itself. But think about that. People that want to use you will say anything, like you'll see on YouTube even, like, look, this is YouTube, supposed to be about you, about us. We're on YouTube to speak and to share things. And then look, advertisements. Somebody with a little desire for capital gain and their old Illuminati links and whatnot decided, oh well, I'll put my foot down and I'll try and get some money. So they say, and their advertisements are getting even more bold as it is. But you can go anywhere on the internet clicking around and they'll say, you need this, you have to have this. They've been saying it on TV and radio for as long as it's been around. You and I don't need anything really, as far as extras are concerned. No, comforts and survival is different. But I'm saying, if someone says to you, you better buy these shoes or this car, you won't be happy, that this is black magic against you and I. Because they're trying to seek gain, they're trying to be vampirical. So, this is a realm of displeasure. This is a realm of unsatisfying behavior in nature. When we learn to cease off from that, then it becomes more in a neutral state. And neutral state is something that, is not promoting either, like I said a few minutes ago. Something that is just not good and not bad, and it's just, a vibration that is, placid, perhaps, and maybe even in some cases stagnant. It's not really going anywhere. And this maybe perhaps is the spoke of the balance. Now, when we are giving happiness to each other, and maybe not even thinking about it, without even intending to say, I'm going to go and make this person happy, we can, like I said a few minutes ago, we can even just say hello to our neighbors. This is promoting white magic. This is promoting power. Anything that lifts up, anything that promotes someone's overall betterment is white magic, is power, is the only true power, because it becomes a constant. Now, in this world, I don't know if I want to say it to this extent. It might seem an exaggeration, but maybe not. But I sort of came to the conclusion that there are maybe 5–10% of people working for the light, actually trying to promote. There may be 5–10% of people that are working for the darkness, trying to demote people, and then there is all this neutrality in between. Now, I guess, you know, maybe that seems wrong, but I think overall that good is being achieved, but the workers of either light or darkness are really fighting for the overall, to gain overall fans, to gain overall reception, to gain overall audience with souls. So there's that which is pulling us to the good, that which is pulling us to the wrong, and then all the balance in between, all the fence sitting and all the uncertainty. And in this world, it's difficult because there's lots of uncertainty, and I understand that very well. So, going back to my thoughts there on the druids, they really did think about the power of words. They really did think about the uplifting potency of words, and so much to the fact that, just for a quick historical side note, even when the Romans were invading the British Isles and whatnot, that the druids were dancing and chanting and shouting at them because they understood that words could cause great harm. They can cause psychological effects and whatnot. Now, obviously, it worked only to a degree, but well, yeah, the thought came to me right now to interject this. You know, there are also such things as superstitions, but whether or not we want to say this kind of stuff is superstitious, the fact is, positivity and or negativity or neutrality is being given at any moment regardless. It's just that we have been, like I said, we have been reduced. We don't tend to take these things on with a willful thought of focus, with an intention. We don't go about our day, we don't tie our shoes and go out the door saying, I'm going to make the world a better place. We're just going to do our thing. We've been taught by black magic to think it's all about survival. We've been taught that I better fight for myself. We have been taught that we should not look at each other as best friends. We are taught to look at each other as competition. This is ridiculous. The true attainment of the real self with a capital S, so I can make differentiation. The true attainment of the real self is to lose your small self. If you're still busy trying to prove that you're a self, that's just what the dark forces want. That's what the Illuminati are hoping for, and they're laughing. They are big upon that, and they don't, like, think of them as a grand champion lizards, to put it that funny way, and then they're looking at all the little certainly lesser than forms of themselves. They're trying to promote an idea, and yet they're happy to keep you small. Big fish eating the small fish. And I would say, break out of the water and have nothing to do with it, the whole bloody thing. So, yeah, I could talk a little more, but I know that listening to one person continually on YouTube can be a little bit boring sometimes, or you just, you're hungry and thirsty for other avenues, so you don't want to necessarily look at one thing for very long. Unfortunately, they said the common amount of time someone spends, the average time someone spends on one video is only 1 minute. So that shows people's impatience or thirst or whatever the whatever the case, mature and immature and all the variance in between. But that's just my simple thought, is that everything we say, and it is true, you don't even have to look at it in a form of magic. I'm just putting a funny aspect on it, funny connotation on it. But anything we say is, in fact, positive or negative or neutral. Think about that. Even if you don't even believe in spirituality, you don't believe in God, you're fighting for your own notions and thoughts and whatever. But the fact is, positivity, negativity, neutrality is a basic fact of life. And the more you become aware of things, the more you can, work with the different words you use, the different spells, so to speak, that you put on. Now, there are very powerful words of command that exist in this reality of being, and they can make or break. They can form mountains or destroy them. And the power of words is potent. Each and every one of us, in this sense, is a magician, and let's use it wisely and for the cause of good and for the cause of maturity and positivity. Anything less is just rubbish and misplaced youth, misplaced rebellion. So think about that if you wish, and all I can try and do is give my own positive vibes, my own white magic out to the world, and I beckon anyone to try the same. It's a good thing being empowered in the right way, because it's like you're constantly receiving energy, and so you feel you're easily able to give it back out. So, and and just before I finish, be careful what you feed yourself. Be careful what music you listen to. Be careful what movies or shows or whatever you watch, because there are either good manipulations happening or good, sort of positive good promptings existing via that mode, or the negative side. So be careful about that. All music is magic, and believe me, the Illuminati and the Satanists, they know this very well. They have a very easy time putting negative emotions out through music and making people depressed and bringing people down. And I say, cut it off and lift up. Lift yourself up. When you truly feel lifted up, you'll be able to lift others up. Perhaps not before that. So, anyway, I try and work for the white fire, for the white magic, and do the best I can. And a lot of people are doing very well. Some people are spiritual giants doing exceedingly well. So let's be on cue. Let's pick this up in music. Let's pick this up in movies. Let's be aware of the positive and negative vibrations and the neutral vibrations coming out, and taking them onto ourselves for a real, true personal gain, which should be culminating ultimately in your true peace and happiness and mine. So, cheers for now. A wish of love from me to you. I hope you're doing well. Hope you have a good day, good weekend, etc. And I'll be talking with you very soon. Cheers.